entitled, What Are Your Superpowers? You have a choice between pile number 1, 2, or 3. Pile number 1 is represented by the tiger's eye. Pile number 2 is represented by the throat chakra stone. And pile number 3 is represented by the rose quartz stone. I had to think for a moment. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to choose which pile or piles you are drawn to find out what are your superpowers. Okie dokie, let's go to pile number 1. What is pile number 1 superpower, please? Excuse me. Let's see. What is pile number 1 superpowers? Six of Wands, Ace of Cups, Strength card, Chariot card, and the Hermit. Wow. All right. Very powerful. 3 actual major arcanas. So your presence is very powerful. That's the first thing. That is a superpower. You got a very, very powerful presence. You know, your energy is loud, even if you are a person that's quiet. Some of you may not want to hear that. I'm picking up. Some of you may be thinking, oh my God, I don't want to be noticed. But your energy is vivacious, is what I'm hearing. So even if you're quiet, you have that type of energy that can be very calming, that can be very serene, but that can be very dynamic and powerful. You store a lot of energy, you store a lot of power within. So again, even if you are very quiet, your energy is loud. If you are like a loud individual, you uplift the energy, you uplift the vibes. Okay, so you are the type of person that when you do go to, say, a family function, when you do go out, people often stop and stare. People are drawn by the way that you look. There's something very striking about the way that you look. You have a lot of confidence. And some of you may feel like, oh, but, you know, I'm still shy. You do have a shy-like reserved quality about you, Hermit card. However, there is something about the way that you put your clothes together which draws attention and it radiates confidence. There's something about your laugh. It's very infectious. It's very heart melting, very heartwarming as well. Your superpower is you have that ability to make everyone feel loved, everyone feel heard, everyone feel taken care of, right? You can't go wrong with that. Now, with the Six of Wands, because I was just channeling right there, I was looking up on like my wall and I was just channeling your energy right there. But looking at the Six of Wands, right, it says letter or news coming, victory news. Okay, your superpower is you radiate ambition. This is what I'm picking up. You radiate someone that is about their business, someone that knows where they're going in life. You are very ambitious, right? When it comes to meeting deadlines, meeting your goals, you're not one to play with. You set your standards very high in regards to what goals you want to attain. And I'm hearing for some of you, you have learned not to tell other people about your goals, about your next move, because in the past, I'm hearing some people may have tried to come up against you to try and stop and block you because of their fear that you will surpass them somehow. Also, I'm picking up that some of these individuals that were in that energy felt very threatened of you. You may have got this from when you were like younger, like maybe older females, older males felt very threatened by you. I'm hearing males do actually like to help you, whether you are masculine or feminine. Listening to this, you may have got a lot of help from males in your career because you do possess a lot of masculine traits in regards to how you go after your goals. Now, we all have masculine and feminine qualities, and I feel like your superpower is you are able to balance out your masculine and your feminine qualities. So you can be very nurturing, you can be very caring and kind and compassionate and empathetic. However, when you are focused on a goal, when you're trying to attain a goal, it's almost as if you switch. There's a switch, there's a duality with you, no doubt, but there's a switch within you, and there's a very determined, penetrating focus that can lead to other people feeling intimidated by you. And I'm talking about people that are also in positions of power. They are very intimidated by you because they feel as if you could come and take away their role, or what is it that power number one knows that I don't know. Some people are drawn by this. Some people find this very attractive. People that are evolved, or people that are, you know, equally as ambitious as you are, or people that are successful, I'll say. And success doesn't just come in forms of, material success, how much money you've got, what status you are in regards to your career. I'm talking about being successful within self, knowing thyself, right? Loving thyself, doing the work. That's the true essence of success also. That's what a lot of people may not even talk about, right? So those types of people that are at peace with themselves, that are focused on their own goals, that are happy within their life, equally as ambitious as you are, they will want to partner up with you because they see within you that you are a true gem, yes. However, you are someone that can make them learn a few things as well, or someone that they can partner up in business with, and you can both be successful, you can both eat, is what I'm hearing, right? So your superpower is that you are a leader, okay? And you have that ability to even lead people that are in positions of power. People that are in positions of power would like to learn from you. People that are in positions of power would like to help you, would like to aid you. I'm picking up someone being scouted. Like, you could be someone that, people may want to, that people have scouted before because of your skills, because of your talent, but also people want to give a chance to because they can see your hunger, they can see your drive, they can see your ambition. They know that you're going to make it. There's something about you that radiates power. There's something about you that radiates ambition. There is something about you, your superpower, I may add, I have to keep adding in the title. There's something about you that radiates, I'm not just doing this for myself, I'm doing this for everyone. And again, you are a leader. And it's so great when beautiful people are in leadership positions, because when beautiful people are in leadership positions, it also helps others to excel as well, because they normally want other people to succeed and win. You are not a gatekeeper, okay? You are one of those individuals that, I'm hearing underdog, that likes to protect the underdog. You could have been an underdog. People may have sensed, and that's probably why some people may want to give you that chance, because they see that you have the ambition. Yes, they see that you have the drive, the grit, the work ethic, and they want to give you a chance. And they could foresee that, okay, maybe power number one has been, let down in whether or not they know about your past, or they can just, people that you come up against, I should say, may have seen, or people that give you opportunities may have seen that you should have been more successful than you are at the age that you are now, if that makes sense. And that could be due to the fact that they either know internally, or from you telling them that certain opportunities were taken away from you, they were blocked from you, or they can just sense, or they just know that, okay, part number one should be a lot further. Why is that? Why are they not a lot further? Okay, I get it. They came up against a lot of gatekeepers. So you may have come up against a lot of gatekeepers that prevented you from excelling, because they could foresee that if they gave you certain opportunities, then you would excel. And the thing is, what is your superpower actually is this. Like I said, some people in positions of power are very threatened by you. Not all, but some of them want to work alongside with you because they are content within self and they are successful within their own right. So there's no need for them to try and compete with you. However, those people that could be in positions of power that are insecure, that may have gotten into these positions by default, will see you as a direct threat, because they feel like you may know better than them, you may take their job, or you're going to help others like yourself. And these individuals, like I said, they could be gatekeepers, and they want only a certain few to be able to explore the arena that you work in, or whatever the case is, right? So your superpower also, power number one, is that you do not allow hardships or, setbacks to get you down for too long. I'm not saying you never get down, but you do not allow it to get you down for too long, because you believe in yourself. And many people may have tried to make you doubt yourself, doubt your abilities, but you've got a lot of inner confidence that can kind of rub some people up the wrong way, especially those that are not confident in self. And the thing is, it's taken you a while to get to that level. People that didn't see the hard work, hermit card, people may not have seen the hard work that it took for you to get to the level that you are at now. For some of you, you're still doing the work, because doing the work is actually ongoing, right? And you're not afraid of that. You're not afraid of connecting to your shadow. You're not afraid of connecting to self. You're not afraid of disconnecting from the world, so that you can do the inner work, so that you can process what's going on outwardly, right? So that you basically, if something's affecting you, you're not disconnected from yourself, right? You analyze things like, okay, who was I around? What was said? What was the person's energy like? Like, you analyze things, and you put things into their right places, so that you come up with a solution. You even analyze yourself. Okay, maybe I was a bit toxic in that situation. Maybe I could have acted differently. You're not afraid to apologize as well. This is part of your superpower. It might be uncomfortable, it might be embarrassing, but you know when to apologize when you're in the wrong. You know that you're not going out of your way to upset or hurt anyone. You treat people the way you want to be treated. That is part of your superpower as well. Going back to the Six of Wands, however, I feel like your superpower is you have been given this talent, this skill, this star quality, this charisma, because spirit, God, or whoever you believe in knows or knew that you will not take, what's the right word? You were given these qualities, okay, because you would appreciate the qualities that you possess, yes, but there's another thing I'm trying to touch upon. The reason why you were given these qualities, part number one, is because you wouldn't jeopardize your position. You would honor the position that you are in. And the reason why these qualities were given onto you was because you're supposed to lead by example, and you were supposed to help others like yourself. And this is part of your superpower. You like to uplift, you like to inspire, you like to empower others as well. And the thing is, I feel like some of you are very well known. Some of you could be on public platforms. Some of you could have many followers. Some of you could be a Leo. We've got Leo here, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North or South Node, or Lilith. You could be a Virgo, a Cancer. Got Cancer here twice. Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North Node, South Node, or Lilith, right? Any of those signs I mentioned, you may have that as a sun sign or somewhere in your chart. And in this life, you are supposed to lead. In this life, you are supposed to be known for your skills and talents. I could be speaking to future, I don't know why I'm hearing politicians. I could be speaking to athletes. I could be speaking to singer-songwriters, social media influencers, fashion stylists, hairstylists, vets, whatever the case is. I feel like you are supposed to be in a position of power. Other people that are around you can sense this energy. Whether or not they'll say those exact words, I don't know. But you are supposed to be in this life in a position of power, because you are supposed to lead by example. And by you leading by example is by going after your goals, which then allows other people to think, oh, if car number one can do it, then I can do it as well. That's part of your superpower. You are an influencer. You influence others to go after their goals. You influence others to push themselves to the highest, limit that they even knew was possible. Like, you help people to actually tap into their inner power, whether or not it's through your inspiring words or you taking action and going after your goals. And again, going back to that, the goals that you set for yourself and the goals that you smash for yourself are out of this world. And I feel like in the past, you may have told people, I want to do this, I want to do that. And people are like, okay. Or they don't say nothing. You can just see by their facial expressions that they're thinking that your goals are too far-fetched, or that's for like lucky people. People from our area don't accomplish such things, that either they said it to you or the way that they look at you makes you know that this person don't believe in me. I'm hearing Bruno Mars, don't believe me, just watch. And he's got a moon in Leo. So you have that way about you whereby you make the impossible possible. There's a magical aura about you. Honestly, there's something very sparkly, very magical, very uplifting, and very otherworldly. It's like, how did power number one do this? Your superpower is that you are of magic. It's what I could just wrap it up. I can wrap up your reading like that. You are of magic. You are not of this world. Power number one. I don't know who you are, but you are not of this world. Like, people just feel like you've got star quality. I'm seeing Marilyn Monroe. I know she had an ascendant in Leo, but you've got that type of Hollywood glamour type. Some of you may like to dress like that. Some of you may have like platinum blonde hair, or some of you may have this glamorous look about you, but you've got like this star, some of you may like to dress up in like you're in the 40s. I like 40s fashion. I don't rock it, but I love it. Especially like in the Notebook, the fashion that the female was wearing, on point. Go and watch it, or go and look at pictures of, her outfits on the internet. Banging. But there's something maybe about your shape. You may have an hourglass shape as well, and you dress for your shape as well. So some of you could be like very slender, some of you could be curvaceous, but there's something about the way that you dress for your shape. You know yourself, you know your body, you know what works with your body, right? You accentuate your good parts and you embrace the parts that you may not like, but that still makes you beautiful. That still makes you, stand out because of your confidence. And you could have your own style, is what I'm picking up. Your superpowers is that you are of love. You radiate love, I'm hearing, yes, you are of magic, no doubt, but your love is magical. Your love is magical. Your love is healing. And you have a very healing, soothing effect on others. Like, people just feel like once you're around, everything's going to be okay. And you're thinking, but I'm not even doing much. Like, I'm quiet, or whatever the case is. But you are very healing to others. And you offer a lot of emotion and support. You could be a caretaker, you could be a mother, even if you haven't got children. Like, you've got this energy about you whereby people feel nurtured, people feel at home, people feel comforted, people feel like they can be vulnerable with you. I also feel as though your superpowers consist of, you could actually heal people back to health without realizing it. I'm hearing Celine Dion, Love Me Back to Life. So you could help people navigate certain emotions, thoughts and feelings. And I'm surprised I haven't got the death card here, which is all about transmutation of energy, right? But you could actually have that, you could actually have that effect on others. I feel you're able to transmute energy, so, and your own, you are able to heal yourself. That's your superpower. You are actually able to heal yourself. And you do not frown upon going to see a counselor. You don't frown upon, these types of healing methods. But you don't just solely rely on, say, a counselor has to do all the work and help me. No, you understand that. The thing is, even if you do see a counselor, right? Counselor's going to listen to you. They're going to paraphrase what you're saying. They're going to repeat what you're saying, and then as they're paraphrasing and repeating, you're then hearing yourself and then coming up with solutions as to how you can navigate your problem. I've done level 1, level 2, level 3. I'm currently doing a counselling psychology degree at the moment, right? But these are the things that counsellors do, and I've actually seen counsellors myself, and I've thought the experiences were brilliant. Not all of them were great, but I'll say 1, 2, 3 that I saw were fantastic, absolutely fantastic, and I recommend counselling, right? But I feel as if you don't just rely on a counsellor to just solve all your problems. You understand that I've got to do the inner work. Whatever the inner work looks like to you, you find remedies for yourself. And this could be maybe meditation. This could be, journaling your thoughts. This could be through dance. This could be connecting, with your creativity, finding hobbies, because I'm hearing like you transmute your energy. Look at the Ace of Cups. You transmute your energy. That, to me, in this reading, that's like energy stored up, and it could be negative energy from maybe repressed emotions, maybe absorbing other people's negative emotions, because I feel like you're an empath as well, okay, with this Cancer energy here. And then it's stored up, and then what happens sometimes when people don't give themselves that permission to express those emotions, it can come out in a toxic way. Especially also when people are not connected to themselves, they can start acting very toxic, right? And you don't want to be that person, because you can understand other people's emotions and why they act the way that they do. So because you have a great understanding of other people, you understand yourself. So when you do feel a certain way, you're able to okay, why am I feeling this way? Okay, I need to release this energy. And some of you may actually isolate yourself, because you may not want to be around others when you're in a certain mind frame. But whilst you're isolating, you are doing the healing work. You're expressing your emotions. Some of you may sing, some of you may dance, some of you express these pent up emotions by maybe yoga, meditation, walking as well. I also feel like your superpower is, again, not just to heal self, but to heal others. Like, you generally want to see the world become a better place. You generally like the idea of making people feel good, feel happy. You generally want to spread love. You are a very compassionate, beautiful soul. There's not much people out there that are like you. I feel like you could be a loner as well, and you could be that type of person that a lot of people want to gain access to, and you could be very selective. This is your superpower without realizing it, and you're not doing it intentionally to be cool. You just generally need to take time away to recenter yourself, to regroup, to recharge, maybe to actually read, maybe to actually study. But I feel more so to connect with yourself, because it's very important for you to ground yourself, to be grounded. And part of your superpower is that you are okay with being alone. Some of you could actually be single. You may have been single for a long time. You may have been single for 9 years, 9 months for some of you, and you're okay with it, because it's allowing you to connect with yourself, to learn yourself, to do the inner work, so that if you do get into a relationship, you're not going to be taken in any old baggage. Some of you are not single, and I feel like even though you're not single, you still maintain your independence within a relationship, because you feel like you just don't want to give your whole life away just because you're in a relationship. You still feel like there's still hobbies and things that you want to achieve in this life. And I feel like you could be the type of person that, I'm a bit like this myself, you could be the type of person that even if you are in a relationship, you still want to have your outside interests and maintain your hobbies. I also feel that, okay, I'm hearing your superpower could also be that some of you may not want to hear this, but when you do date some people, they may feel like you can mother them. I don't know what that is about, but yeah, some of you, okay, that's for some of you. So again, that could be like the healing energy, like you're loving me back to life, or you're so healing, like I love your energy. I don't know what it is, but people do love your energy. I'm also picking up, and the thing is, if you did get into those type of dynamic, it could have been quite toxic. It it could have been quite toxic for you, because you may have had people dumping everything onto you as though you're supposed to sort out all their issues, their problem. I mean, it's okay to listen, but it could have become like the relationship may have become like client and patient. And then when you didn't have the answer, sometimes they could turn on you. And it's like, what? And it was never about how you felt. It was never about how, what's going on in your world. It was always, it just felt like it was a counseling session with these individuals, and it could have become quite manipulative for some of you. And touching upon the manipulation, part of your superpower is to see through manipulation. If anyone's trying to manipulate, certain situations, other people, you could spot a fraudster. That's part of your superpower. And a lot of people don't know this about you. Some people may feel like they've got you under some sort of charm spell, or they've got others under some sort of charm or spell. You can read right through it. You are hard to manipulate. You are possibly very psychic. You definitely are an empath, so you can read people like a book. But this is a quality that a lot of people may not know about you. Some people do, so they don't even want to try you. They may not even be able to put their finger on it, but they know that, part number one, I can't run game on them. But you can see that they're manipulating others, and people that are asleep won't know that they're under some sort of manipulation. But you and these types of people may tend to generally want to stay away from you, because they may not know you can read them, but they just know that there's something about part number one that I can't play with. Your superpower is that you're very strong. Maybe strong in body, definitely strong in spirit. And you could be very physically strong as well. I feel as if your superpower is that you have a bright aura. Your sacral chakra is healthy. Your solar plexus is bright. You have a lot of sexual energy. Am I allowed to say that? You have a lot of, sexual energy, a lot of creative energy as well that you do express. You're very confident within yourself. Physically, if you're in a relationship with someone, you are able to express how you feel about them physically, and you're, more than happy to share your love in that way when you're in a relationship with people. Many people do admire you. Many people find you very attractive, but some people can find you quite intimidating as well. So you may feel like, okay, I'm single right now, empath, so why ain't no one? Because some of these guys or girls, whoever you're interested in, they could feel a little bit intimidated by you, and they may feel like they ain't got enough to bring to the table in regards to you. You could come across as someone that can do it on your own. You don't even need anyone. And you could be, part of your superpower is you don't actually need anyone. You are selective in regards to who you date, and you have that energy whereby I want to be in a relationship. I don't need to be in a relationship, because maybe in the past, when you were in the energies of needing to be in a relationship, you were accepting of the wrong sort. So you've understood now that it's not a want. Sorry, it's not a need, because we need air to breathe, right? And you understand that you're not going to put being in a relationship in that same category, because again, you were probably a different person to the one you are now. And you were susceptible to a lot of manipulation and narcissistic abuse, etc., because the other person could sense that need with wanting to be loved, or that needing to be loved, which was sensed and which was manipulated. So you're more in the energies of, I want to be in a relationship, and I'm going to wait until I get the best one. But if you are a person that, is still in a relationship now, I'm just picking up, you've got this energy of, I'm needing to be the best version of myself. That's more of a need for you. I need to be the best version of myself. I need to love myself. I need to continue loving myself, because you're understanding that, and this is part of your superpower, that being in that energy is going to bring you the things that you get, that you want, right? The blessings that you deserve, I should say. And you're very abundant, you're very creative, you're very playful, but you have this soft side as well. You're very driven. Part of your superpower is that you're very driven, you're very ambitious, and If you are a parent, you are very protective of your children. You want to make sure your children excel. You want to make sure your children do well in this life, you know. You could be the person that could sacrifice as well. But Spirit is saying, make sure you put yourself first too. But if you got children, then your children always come first, is what I'm picking up. Because I'm just looking at the Chariot card. Chariot card represents Cancer energy. Cancer rules the fourth house. You know, Cancer rules the mother as well. And I'm just looking at him standing behind these two sinks, yeah? And it's like, okay, I'm going to push all my energy into you both. That's the children for me in here. And I want to make you, I want to make sure you guys make it. Meanwhile, you're working on what you need to do behind the scenes as well. So it's not that you've forgotten about yourself. But for some of you, Spirit is saying, don't forget about yourself as well. Like, you pour all your energy into your offspring. Or, thank you, Eerie Empress, thank you. You pour all your energy into your offspring. And this could be in regards to your projects as well. Like, if you haven't got children, you pour all your energy into your work, and it's admirable. It's admirable. And your superpower is that you are resilient. Like, anyone that want to come up against you, then good luck. All right, let's see. I'm going to pull some channeled messages from a deck that I'm going to actually get printed. It's called the Just So You Know deck, but I'm just going to mention some things. So what are your superpowers? Card number 1. Okay, let's see. All right, your superpowers are you do not have to meet others where they are at. You either have to level up or level off. Never lower down to be accepted. You will not know how long you will stay stuck there with someone who has no plans to move at all. So your superpowers is you have that insight to know when to bounce, to know when, you know what, this ain't working for me, it's time to go. And the thing is, it's not easy for everyone, especially if you're a fixed sign, right? Sometimes I kind of outstay certain, jobs and that. And I'm thinking, Alicia, why don't you bounce? Like, but there's obviously a lesson that I need to learn why I stayed in those jobs for so long. And looking back in hindsight, it was like, okay, I get it now. But at the time, it's excruciating, if that's the right word. It was hard work to even get to that job. Like, one specific job I hated so much. It was like, before I even entered the building, I just felt like a dark vibe. The job was not for me, but I stayed there for like 2 years. This is when I was much younger, right? I left in 2017 and it was like a weight was lifted off my shoulder. But looking back, I had to stay in that role because it helped me with my confidence, because I was a customer service assistant. I had to speak to a lot of customers every day. It was in the middle of the West End, right? So you could only imagine how much customers were coming into that shop that I had to deal with on a daily basis that were from different backgrounds, etc. And it just made me more confident because I'm naturally a quite reserved and shy person. So you have to talk to customers, right? And you have to adapt to the different customers that you got. So that helps. And I understood the spiritual aspect of things, right? But you are a person that can sense if something is right for you, in regards to, okay, do I stay with that person? And it's like you could foresee, because again, there's that psychic ability that you possess. Do I stay? Okay, if I stay with this person or this situation or this friendship or whatever, it's going to play out like this. And it's like you just remove yourself because you can feel to yourself, okay, this person, that could also relate to if you are hanging around a group of people that have all these goals and dreams and they're just like not taking action, and that you have what it takes to reach the top. You will execute every single avenue until you make it, and you are going to make it in this life, let me tell you. But you could be around people that are I don't really know, like unsure, stuck in their ways, shoulda, woulda, coulda win, or just be in bad mind and trying to talk you out of your goals and dreams. You're like, all right then, okay, cool, I see where this is going. And you still go after your dreams and goals, and it leaves people gobsmacked, right? That's your superpower. You know when to suss when someone's trying to talk you out of your goals and dreams because they've talked themselves out of it. And that's good, because some people, they could be so susceptible to being roped in by other people's failures. Like, oh, it didn't happen for me, so I don't know why you're trying, because a 1 out of 10 people, this, that, and the other. And then some people will be like, yeah, you're right, it's true. Next minute, you're all just like talking about remember when, remember this. No, you don't want to be in that category of I coulda, I woulda, or I shoulda. You want to be in that category of I've achieved, I did it, well done, pat myself on the back. Next. All right, so what's your superpower? You are a gift and a blessing to many. Your energy is healing and transformative. I didn't even see this. This ties with the Cancer card, with the Ace of Cups and Chariot. Yeah, you're very healing, and you have a very soothing effect on others, very nurturing and very transformative. So you could have Scorpio in your chart as well, but you have that effect on people where you make people think differently about a certain issue that they were experiencing. I feel like you have that energy where you allow people to purge, or you give people that space to purge, to be their true authentic self. Because there's the energy about you whereby they feel like they're not going to be judged. So you could be like a counselor, or you could be a psychologist, or have a mind of a counselor or a psychologist as well, and that is your superpower, that people trust you. Your aura is captivating, otherworldly. I did mention that you're not from here, and I don't want to scare none of you, but your aura is just like, who is that person? And that's why I picked up with this energy, because remember I was saying something about Marilyn Monroe. She was so glamorous and like so charming and beautiful and charismatic and graceful, and I know she had a bit of scandal around her and stuff like that, but her energy was like non-threatening, just beautiful and charming, and the rest of it inside and out, and just very magical, right? And you have that magical quality about you, and it's just captivating, even if people don't want to admit it, because you could come up against some haters as well, and this is one of the reasons why some people could try and hate on you, because they may feel like they ain't got that type of captivating energy that you possess. And I'm gonna be real, not everyone's got it, not everyone has got it. 100, I have to be 100 on this channel, right? But you've got it, and it's otherworldly. Like, people can't put their finger on like who you look like, because I feel like you've got a very unique look about you. You could look quite exotic, or you could work or live in an area where a lot of people don't really look like you, so people are intrigued by maybe your fashion. I'm just seeing someone like with like all these bangles and like maybe a long skirt, just like someone that's just so authentic in their truth, in their own world, and people are just like, who are they? Like, it's just very magical. Yeah, you've got a magical energy about you. It's like you stepped out of a dream, like some sort of Neptunian, you know, dream. And I remember one of my sisters, Nikki K, you may want to go and check out her channel. It's Beyond Astro K. She talks about transits, generations. It's brilliant. But I remember speaking to her once, and she was saying to me that Hollywood is ruled by Neptune. I was like, She goes, yeah, because Neptune rules films, it rules illusions, it rules, magic, spirituality, and Hollywood projects that, what it used to back in the day. But now that we're older and we seeing what's going on, we're seeing that it's all fake. You understand? So but it projected that, because I grew up at a time whereby I used to actually listen to, I still do, 90s R&B music. To me personally, that was the best time. And then when I used to see the videos, I used to want to be in the videos, like, oh my god, that Bad Boy video is sick. And you know what I mean, you see like all your favorite artists, Little Kim, Foxy, in these music videos, all the glitz and the glamour, and you're just thinking that's their real life. And generally some of the videos that were shot back in the day were like in mansions, not knowing now that these mansions were rented out. But when you're young, like you're 12 and you're 13, you're thinking, oh my god, look how they're living, I need to go to America because everyone's got mansions, but it's just fake. They rented out the mansion to shoot the video, they rented out the car, but you don't, oh, look at the parties look amazing, they look heavy as in great. Yeah, that's what we say in Jamaica. It looks good, this, that, and the other. So you're just thinking to yourself, like, this is the life that I want. And then you're watching the Hollywood films and you're thinking, like, oh my god, look how they're living in Miami with all them tall trees, and it's just like fake. But again, like my sister said, Hollywood is ruled by Neptune. Neptune projects onto you make-believe, fantasies, dreams, and illusions. So when I was watching those music videos, and when we watched those 90s films back in the day, they were projecting images of this is how life is, but it's not really like that. Do you know what I mean? You can create your own magic though, however, and I feel like your superpower is that you do actually create your own magic. To me, you are walking Neptune. You are walking Neptune. You are walking fantasy to many, but you create your own magic. You know, because it's almost as if you feel like, okay, I want to see this in my world. I'm gonna create it. That's why when you tell people what you want to do, they're like, yeah, okay. It's very far fetched, right? But you have that ability. What is your secret power number one? You have that. I feel like I want to pull more cards on you. You have that ability to be able to bring that fantasy into fruition, right? I don't know how you do it. Let's see. But how do you do that? How do you bring your fantasies into fruition? Wow. Okay. So we've got Libra. This one wants to keep popping out. Ah, okay. So we've got Libra, we've got the Devil card, and we've got the Fool card. So some of you could be Aquarius, some of you could be a Libra, some of you could be a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, or Venus. But I feel like this could be the energy that you draw upon to gain what you want. I feel how you're able to bring your fantasies into reality, because you may use again, you transmute negative energy into positive energy, is what I feel. And anyone that has tried to keep you bounded, like toxic exes, toxic bosses, you know, negative narcissistic people that you may have come across, unfortunately, you use, it's almost like you use what you experience and you turn it into power. And I also feel like you are walking karma as well with the Justice card. You detach, you have that ability to detach. So even if something does affect you, you are able, yes, to transmute that energy, but also you are able to walk away from toxicity. No one can't keep you stuck and bounded. I feel like the Devil card, and I don't know, something about maybe this could be an energy that has caused havoc in your life. Spirit. Yes, I feel like you may have come across like a lot of narcissistic people that may have tried to keep you trapped and bounded and in your mind. And the question was, how do you create your own magic? You create your own magic by you maybe using these people as an example of who not to become like, of freeing yourself from toxicity. Maybe some of you have, I feel, had experiences with addictions, and maybe you've worked through your addictions. This could be you know, thought patterns, addictions in how you relate in relationships. You may have looked at your addictive patterns of how you operate in relationships, and it takes a lot of work to do that, right? And you knowing that you want to become the best version of yourself, and you envisioning, so your thing is more manifestations, like you envision the person that you want to be. I'm hearing Neville Goddard. You may want to go and listen to him. He's actually a Pisces. I don't know why I said Pisces, because I saw Aquarius, so you might be, some of you could be a Pisces, some of you could be an Aquarius. But I feel like you're able to, but check out Neville Goddard's work. He's brilliant as well, right? So I feel like you're able to, you see how you want to be and what you want to accomplish, regardless if people are telling you you won't be able to achieve it. Remember what I said about Bruno Mars, and he's actually a Libra with a Leo moon. Don't believe me, just watch. So you set your goals on a high level, and it's like you dare yourself. I dare you to do it. I dare you to do it. And then you actually do it, and even you're shocked when you do it. But I feel as if I can't even put my finger on why your aura is captivating, otherworldly. It's just, it's an innate trait that you've got. It's your essence. It's generational. I feel someone down the line, could be your mother's side, because we've got the Cancer energy, could be on your father's side as well. Their genetics combined has made you the person you are. And all of us, obviously, we come from a mother and a dad, but there's something on your mum's side and your dad's side. I'm spending a long time on this part, aren't I? That has made you who you are. So there's magical qualities on your mother's side that your mother possesses, and there's maybe hard-working qualities. There's healing qualities on your mother's side. On your father's side, I feel like the ambition, the structure, the leadership comes from your dad's side, you know, which makes you stand out, and then you combine the two together. Because I feel like on your mother's side, it's more of like things to do with water, like the emotions, like you being very compassionate, healing, sensitive, you know, energy sensitive, psychic, beautiful, and all of that, you know, creative in regards to what you produce into this world, you know. That's from your mother's side. On your father's side, it's more like, okay, what am I going to do with these talents and traits, you know? So when you're going after your goals, you could be embodying your father without realizing it. And this is why some people, if you're a female, will be intimidated by you, you know, because your father could be a very powerful person. But I feel like the reason why your aura is captivating is because you're very persistent and resilient. And again, there's this magical, sparkly quality that you have. So whenever you are in a room or when you're walking down the road, it's like people can feel or sense this person is a star, you know. See, I got there in the end because you're rare. Your superpower is that you are rare. Like I said, you could come from somewhere whereby people can't work you out, you know. Whatever background you come from, you may not act like them, you may not look like them, and that's why people can't put you in a box. Like, you are your own person. Yeah, your superpower is people underestimate you, or they have underestimated you in the past. Some people still do, but they are in awe of your transformation. Now they are desperate to be around you. So a lot of people may have underestimated you, and a lot of people may have felt that you needed them in the past for some strange reason, because you seem very independent. But maybe you were forced to be independent because a lot of people turned their back on you. And a lot of people, like I said, when you told them about, I want to do this, I want to do that, and they're like, okay, or, you know, whether it's you and your partner, I want to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to buy this house, we're going to have, I don't know what the case is, right? Or my children, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make sure my children go to private school. Oh, that's really nice. Or whatever it is, right? People didn't believe in you. And when you achieve what you said you're going to achieve, they're in awe, they're in shock, they want to learn from you. You transform all the time. People cannot keep up with you. That is your superpower. You are always constantly evolving, transforming, transmuting energy, maybe transforming your look is what I'm picking up. So people can't keep up with you. They can't place you in a box. Some people may leave you out and not invite you out with them because they are threatened by you, and you're like, yeah. So your superpower is you understand where these types of energies come from. So if you have been in situations, unfortunately, where people may not invite you to places and they choose to be with other people or something, it's something about your energy that triggers them. Either they feel, I'm going to give you some scenarios here, they feel like they are not good enough to be seen with you. They feel inadequate when they are around you, because remember I said something about you sparkle, you glitter, you get a lot of attention. And that's even if you're quiet. They may feel as though they are not as interesting as you are, and people may gravitate towards you. In dating situations, if someone has tried to put someone over you, they know that you are of value, but they feel inadequate with you, to be with you or seen with you, because they may feel like other people may think, how did he get her? You know, they don't feel that they're on your level. For others of you, straight up hateration, you know, straight up bullying here that may have occurred, or thinking that they are better than you in some way, but knowing deep down that they're not. So not to invite you somewhere would try to insinuate and make you, and plant in your head that you are not good enough, because they really think that you are. So I hope that answers some of your questions. You are a protector for the underdog. I did mention that. That's your superpower. You don't believe in like isolating people out. You believe, you know what I mean? You integrate everyone. Like, you're very open to differences, and you you're not the type of person that will only side with the cool people. Like, you would talk to the person that's quiet, that no one's talking to. You do have your boundaries as well. Like, if anyone tries to disrespect you, like, you'll check them straight away. Maybe it might not come straight away, it could come over sometime, but you know how to check a bitch. Like, you're not a fool out here. But at the same time, if you can see that someone is not in their power and they feel overwhelmed, you are going to make sure that you lend that, that open hand, that caring, when to step into that caring role, right? Let's see. I'm proud of you. Well done. You are always trying to uplift, inspire, and empower others. You always tell people that you're proud of them. They're doing well. Like, your words are very encouraging. And you may also tell yourself this as well, because I feel like you could be a person that, says a lot of affirmations to yourself. You inspire yourself. You always give yourself praise. It's what I'm picking up. Okay, so we've got, maybe you are looking too deeply into a situation. Have you ever considered that you could be trying to find a flaw in a person or a situation because you may feel that something is bound to go wrong? Take time out, breathe, go for a walk, do something you enjoy, and calm your emotions down. Yeah, you're good at analyzing situations and coming up with solutions and understanding people on a deep level as well. And it's not that you're trying to find a flaw, it's that if you're around a situation and something triggers you, you start to, you think to yourself, okay, why did that happen? And then you start to replay the situation. You start to understand how that situation made you feel, because you're in touch with your emotions. You look at your triggers. You understand, okay, when that happens, I get triggered. I don't like it. I don't like when that happens. So that means that I'm a person that is like this. So you're able to be like that. But then sometimes you can get carried away. And when you're getting carried away, you're like, Anisha, stop. Just don't go too far. You're like that. Because I do that sometimes as well, right? Because sometimes it's not a problem. But if we keep trying to dig and dig and dig and dig and dig, it's like we're trying to find a problem. When there's no problem, it's like you want to feel, it's split, So you know when to stop, but you know when, okay, that is an issue. I need to address that issue. You're not afraid of addressing an issue, even if it's not going to feel too great. But in order to get over that hurdle, you need to face that issue head on. But you know when to not try and find an issue when there isn't one, which is a good superpower. If you silence your mind, the answers will come to you. So you, like I said, you are a person that can heal yourself, right? And you connect with yourself a lot. And you find the answers within. The answers always come to you. You're very connected to source or God or whoever you believe in. Your guides are definitely around you. You're very, very connected, and you have that inner trusting and inner knowing that the answers that you seek will come to you. Okay? Your cut-off game is instant and gets people shook. So your superpower is you're not one to play with. Once you know that you've been crossed, because remember, you can read the situation, you can read people, you can read their intentions, all this type of thing. And sometimes it can get very taxing, but Spirit wouldn't want it any other way, right? Because you're supposed to be a great leader in this life, right? And you're supposed to help others maybe to tap into their intuition, to know when, who not to trust and who to trust. Because a lot of people I'm starting to see, and none of us are perfect, but a lot of people put a lot of trust in the wrong people. And then I'm not even going to talk about the election, and I'm not even from America. And a lot of people put a lot of people put the wrong trust in their trust in the wrong people, and then a lot of people put their mistrust in the right people, and that's because they're not connected to their spirit. That's because they're not connected to their inner self. They're just looking at things on face values. They're just looking at things on what the person's saying to them. They're not looking, and maybe that also includes, they're not in touch with themselves, so they can't even get in touch with a person's true intentions, because anyone can be nice and smile and tell you the things you want to hear. What are their actions saying? What's their track record? What's their agenda? This is what you're about. Some people won't even see or feel that they're under some sort of manipulation. I've seen it, and it's very scary. Some people don't even see that they're under some sort of manipulation, and it's like whenever they're around a certain person, they are a zombie. that person has got full control over them mentally, and it's just like, what the actual fuck is going on here? But if you say anything now, you're going to look mad. So it's like, you have to, do you understand? So I don't know if you've been in those type of situations, but I'm thinking that you have. And when you see you're in those type of situations, your cut-off game is just so instant. And I also feel, because you've been around a lot of narcissistic people and toxic individuals, you know, you can spot one from a mile. And when people feel like they can like cross you, when people feel like they can try you, and this could be like family members, this could be friends from the past that think, oh, she's always, or he's always going to be around. When you cut them off, the shock is felt deeply. When they were playing in your face or trying to play you, thinking that you didn't understand what they were doing or whatever they were doing, because of your compassion, because of your kind nature, they didn't foresee that you had this other side. I'm surprised I ain't got Queen of Swords here. But when it comes, the same energy that they, you know, the same feelings that they made you feel when they were projecting their toxicity onto you is the same feeling that they feel when you lock them off, when you cut them off, because they don't see it coming. And then they're left to feel like, what did I do? And then they start to play the victim. Then they start to maybe tell others, oh, I done everything for them. But they don't tell people the actual truth. They don't tell people how long it took you to actually get to that point, to just cut them off and act like they don't even exist. You know? And then when people ask, what did you do to pile number one? I don't know, you know. So it's your issue. And you could be that type of person where you ain't got time to express what a person's done from what they didn't do. In your view, I treat people the way I want to be treated, and you weren't treating me the way I want to be treated. I've got self-respect. I've got self-love. Fuck off. That's the way, you know what I mean? Because like I said, your cut-off game is instant, and it gets people shook. And one of the reasons why I shouldn't get them shook, but again, because they're not in tune with themselves, they're not understanding that, you know what, I didn't see pile number one properly. I didn't see pile number one is a person that has a lot of self-respect. So I should have acted accordingly. I should have treated them the way I would want someone to treat me. Because they could be so used to treating people like the way they may have treated you and gotten away with it, because some of the people may have not been in their power and put up with this type of behavior. So that's why they thought, that's why they could generally feel confused why you cut them off, because they could be around people that allow this type of behavior to exist, right? But once you're done, and you don't look back, okay? So, your superpower is that you keep shining and you keep raising the bar. Your magnificence is teaching others to embrace their true, authentic self, to embrace themselves, love themselves unconditionally. I know it was not easy for you to get to the point that you are now, and I mentioned that before, didn't I? But you are a testament of someone who accepts who they are and someone who never gives up. That is your superpower, number one. That is your superpower. You never give up on yourself, and you have that ability to always focus on others and push them to the greatest heights of their best version of themselves. You know, because it brings such joy to your life to see someone accomplish their goals, because you, like I said at the beginning, when you win, you're not just winning for yourself, you're winning so that everyone else can win. And when you see people winning, your friends, your family members, it's not just their win, it's your win too. You want everyone to win. You want everyone to lead an amazing, peaceful, joyous, successful life. You just want the best for everyone. Well, you want the best for yourself, obviously, also. And that is your superpower. You are of magic. And I will speak to you soon. Please take care of yourself. Please keep creating. Please keep spreading your light, because I'm telling you, the world needs more people like yourself. And you are just an amazing human being. And I'm happy that I got to connect with your energy. I don't know why, I feel like I want to cry. But if no one hasn't told you, I'm telling you, you are a one-off. I'll speak to you soon, pile number one. Take care of yourself. If you would like a private reading, holler at me. I'm going to go for a little bit of a break. I'll be back shortly. let's move on to power number 2. What are your superpowers? Power number 2. I'm hearing Samantha Mumba's song, Baby Come On Over Tonight. I don't know why I'm hearing that song, but maybe some of you could put it down, I don't know, on your partner, or someone's partner's coming around to see them or something, but someone's partner's eager to see them, but I don't know, I'm hearing that. I'm just hearing Samantha Mumba's Baby Come On Over Tonight. So that song could be of relevance to some of you. Samantha Mumba's a Capricorn, I believe, so I don't know, let's see. Okay, so we've got Knight of Cups. Okay, what are your superpowers? I know where this is going. I know where this is going. So you could be a Scorpio. Got 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands. Someone's coming to someone's house, yo. I'm telling you. And this doesn't have to be now. This could be in the next 10 days, 10 hours. You may have connected with someone in October and this person can't get you off their mind. It's supposed to be a love reading. It's supposed to be about you, power number 2. So let's see, what's your superpowers? We've still got more cards. I'll take them out in a minute. I feel like you are a very sensual and seductive person. Okay, you're very romantic. And whenever, I feel some of you are in a relationship. I'm hearing some of you are not in a relationship, but your ex-partners feel as if you were the best they ever had. I know Drake's got that song. Not a Drake fan, but I know he had a song called Best I've Ever Had or something. He's a Scorpio as well. So I feel like you're a person that, and it's not just with the physical aspect of things. I feel like whenever people connect with you, they feel like they are seen, they feel like they are heard. Some people can get scared of this though. They may feel like you're very intense, but you've got an intense draw, you've got an intense energy that people feel exposed. That is part of your superpower, because sometimes after people finish talking to you, they could feel like, wow, I've never told anyone that, but you know what? And these are like embarrassing things that they may not want to share with anyone, but they may feel like, you know what, I actually feel so good that I told power number 2 this. So you have that ability to help people to connect to their murkiest, darkest secrets and unearth them and purge them, and they purge them to you, you know, because you have this energy about you where you're not really shaken, you're not really fazed by life surprises. Maybe you've lived a life, maybe you've gone through many like traumatic experiences. I don't want to trigger anyone. And you know, you're not afraid of people's stories. You also help to heal others. So part of your superpower is to help heal others, maybe through listening, but I feel through word as well. When you tell people about what you've gone through, they're like, oh wow, like I would never, you don't look like what you went through, you know, and you still are open to love. So some of you may have come out of a very tumultuous relationship and you turned your pain into power. You didn't allow the experience to harden your heart. You didn't allow the experience to make you go out there and, you know, try to destroy others. And, you know, you transmuted that pain. So you're a great transmuter, a bit like power number 1, right? But I feel like only a few will get to know this side to you, because you could be someone that's quite defensive of your energy. You're not a person, I should say, sorry, to allow anyone to, you know, infiltrate on your energy. You know, you are an effective communicator, is what I'm picking up. And part of your superpower is that you are a person that can build. I'm also hearing that you may have a lot of money, but people don't know this about you. You do not wear your wealth. You dress down. You do not talk about your wealth. Some of you could come from like very rich and affluent families. Some of you could be married to someone that is rich. I feel like you could be rich. You're definitely rich in spirit as well. But I'm going back to Samantha Mumba. This is my Capricorn card. I did say she's a Capricorn, right? This baby come on over tonight. You may have had an experience with someone. right? And it may have been like an on and off again type of experience, but this person may have detached away from you because they may have been quite busy with work. They may have felt like, I haven't got any time to have a relationship. I do like part number one, especially physically, but they may have, I'm hearing, you may have felt this person was playing games with you, or you have that ability to, all right, you have that ability to make people that feel like, I don't want a relationship, want to commit to you, but they could still come towards you cloaked, because there's an energy about you whereby, some people that you do connect with, they could be in an energy of not wanting a relationship, just wanting to focus on their goals, but with you, they fall in love with you. So your superpower is you make people fall in love with you. People that don't want to fall in love, people that are not looking for love, people that are just, they may have an agenda like, you know what, I just want to, I'm not looking for, yeah, part number two. And then when they talk to you without you even having to touch them, they are falling in love. You haven't kissed them, you haven't touched them. Just by you talking to them, just by you even just listening to them, it's like you could just penetrate their soul, right? And they just feel like, is this what love feels like? Especially them type of people that do not want to connect with their heart, are fearful of love, have been hurt before, and now they are the ones that are trying to go out there and, hurt others because they've been hurt. They, you know, lay down their swords, like, you know what, I'm gonna lay down my barriers now, because I think I'm falling in love with part number two. I don't know what it is, but you have that ability to make people want to commit to you, want to settle down with you, because of your, it's because of it's because you radiate love, but you don't show it overtly. It's only when you're very mysterious as well, but I feel like it's your penetrating gaze, the way you gaze at people. You could have a very seductive voice, and it's in the way that you move, and you don't push. So if you're sensing, okay, this person, I feel like this person's not serious, okay, you could like still show them love, still show them grace, still show compassion, but you know when to hold back. So you're not a person that is a chaser. You are a person that retains your energy and focuses on yourself. And then what happens is that other people start to chase you, especially those ones that say, I don't want to, and again, going back to what I mentioned before, you may have connected with someone in October, and you may not have heard from this person. This person is very eager to want to come forth, to want to connect with you, to want to come back to your home, to want to invite you to their home, to maybe say, look, I want to make you meet my parents now because of your way of being. And for some of you, I don't feel like you've been intimate with this person, but this person feels like you could be the one, and it's because of your way of being. Your superpower is that you are a defender. You know how to protect yourself, you know how to defend yourself, you know how to respect yourself as well. So you are not a person that is very easy. So that's the thing. You could look very seductive, very um very experienced, I should say, but then when people get to know you, it's like, oh, okay, you seduce people's mind. That's what I should say, power number two. You seduce people's mind with your intelligence. Some of you could be bilingual, some of you could speak many different languages, and I feel like you could be from a different cultural background from where you are residing at the moment. But I feel as if you are very down to earth, very traditional, but at the same time, you could be very hardworking. You could be a person that has a lot of goals. You could be a person that has a lot of projects as well. So you don't invest just in a relationship. So when you come, when you connect with people, some people may feel like, oh, I feel like I know what pile number one, sorry, pile number two, they want to go check out pile number one. Pile number two is all about, they're going to want me to marry them. They're going to want to settle down. Oh God, I need to escape, right? Especially those guys that are not into this type of thing. And then when they connect with you, they realize that you're ambitious. You've got your own projects on the go. You've got your, you've got your own hobbies. You are very skilled in other areas, and yeah, you're very to yourself. You're not who they think you are. So your superpower is that you are very reserved, and because you're very reserved, you may have a lot of earth in your chart, very grounded, and this is part of your superpower as well, because some people think you're one way, But when they get to know you, they realize that you're completely not that way at all. Some people may feel like, oh, I bet you par number one is a gold digger, or I bet you I know how par number one got that car or got that house, but you are actually self-made. You don't rely on people. You actually are very accomplished, but you don't wear your wealth. Only a certain amount of people that know you know how much you got. Know, do you understand what I mean? So it's more of a case of people may put you in a box and feel like you may want to date people for their money or something like that. But then once they get to know you, they realize that you have got more than the person that may have felt that about you when you start dating them. Is what I'm picking up. Yeah, you could have Scorpio. You could be a Scorpio. Scorpio rules the eighth house, which rules death, transformation, rebirth, money owed to you, money gained. And I feel as if you are a person that you can transform through lovemaking, your partner through lovemaking, and you got a very hypnotic quality about you. Like you're very engaging, you're very hypnotizing. And I got a feeling that people just end up spending their money on you. You're the type of person that people will just spend their money on you. Not knowing that you've got your own money, but people actually want to merge. People may actually want to propose to you. People may actually want to marry you. I feel like people want to settle down with you very quickly. Your one's not like more of a love one, but in general, people may want to like. I just feel like I feel like you're the type of person. I want to clarify the death card, but I feel like you're the type of person that could connect with people that don't want to settle down, but once they do eventually get into a relationship with you, you end up making them want to commit very quickly. And it's what I'm picking up right now. Yeah. You are that type of person that people want to marry, is what I'm picking up. Your superpower is also within your tongue. So you could be very articulate. Some of you could be very, I don't want to hear gossipy, but I feel like you're very articulate. You're very sharp. You are, yes, you're very sharp. You're very articulate, as well as somebody that has a very unique mind. You believe in fairness, justice, and balance. Some of you could have Libra in your chart. You could be a Libra. We've got Scorpio, we've got Libra here, we've got Capricorn here. But you have a very detached like quality about you. Part of your superpower is that you don't need anyone. And because of this not needing anyone, it makes people want you. You are highly intelligent as well. And you have a very sharp business sense. Some of you could be in positions of power. Some of you could be like bosses, CEOs, is what I'm picking up. You also have Five of Swords here. So your superpower is that you're very strategic. Like some people could feel like again, some people feel like you're one way. I feel like a lot of people may project an image onto you of how they would like you to be, but you're not that way. You don't manipulate others as well. That's a superpower, because you do understand that you do retain a lot of power. And some people, when they do have a lot of power in this sense, you've got a lot of sexual energy as well. For some of you, it may be repressed as well, because we've got the Four of Pentacles. And that could be repressed due to the fact that you are choosing not to just give out your energy to anyone, because you are very, I wouldn't say you're fearful, but you're very selective as to who you share this intimacy with, because you see the art of lovemaking as a very sacred act, which I believe it is as well, right? But you see it as a very sacred act, so you're not just going to give your energy just to anyone. And I feel like you could have like a very intense and you've got a very intense and seductive image, but when people get to know you, they realize that you're hard to sleep with, and that intrigues people more. Again, you are very strategic. You do know how to outsmart people as well. That is your superpower, and that saves you from a lot of traps from others as well. Your superpower of the Five of Cups could be that you can leave people heartbroken as well, especially if people try to play you. Like, you're not one to try and come up against. You know, people may have tried to outsmart you with money. um they may have gotten away with things because money, you know, it does tie in with the death card, because the death card rules the eighth house, which is money owed to us, money gained. So you may have lost money in the past, maybe due to a marriage or due to, but you know how to build yourself back up again. You know how to reinvent yourself. You know how to, remember, Pluto rules the planet, rules the sign, sorry, Scorpio, and Scorpio is about death and transformation. So, you know, whatever experience you've been through when someone may have, betrayed you, you transform from that, and you were like the phoenix rising from the ashes, and you came back even better. You came back even stronger. You know, these individuals or this person may have thought that they would destroy you by whatever they did, and it has something to do with money. Money was involved, but you were able to. Maybe some of you lost a lot of money, but you were able to build yourself back up again, all on your own. You know, is what I'm picking up. And your superpower is that you do put your family first, right? Some of you could have children, some of you may not have children, but your love, the love that you have for your family, the love that you pour into your family is, it's quite unmatched. You know, like, you put your family first, but Spirit is saying put yourself first too, because you don't want to burn yourself out. And if you keep, putting others before you, even if they are your family, then you won't have nothing to give, because you'll be drained. Because I'm looking at the Five of Cups here. So you could be a person whereby you do value your family. You want to make sure your family's happy. Your family, they are happy, but they want you to be happy too. You could be a great parent. You are a great provider as well. So people that you love are always taken care of, and even friends see you like family, like you just got this positive energy. You want to make sure people are around you are happy as well. Wow. Your superpower is you are psychic. You could be coming to that realization right now that you are psychic. I feel like some of you resisted this ability that you have with the Two of Swords. But you are coming into this knowing now, or you've come into that knowing. I'm hearing repellent. You have come into that knowing recently, or you may have grown up knowing, okay, I feel like, something's different about me. And maybe when you told like your mother or something, your mother may have said, oh darling, it's because, maybe some of you, were told that, oh, don't think, you're overthinking, you're just an overthinker. Or maybe some of you, your mother may have said, oh, I've got that same ability, it's from our side, and may have explained things to you. So some of you could be a Cancer, some of you could be a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, or Venus, or a Scorpio, or a Capricorn, or a Libra. And I feel like your superpower is that you are very healing to others, and you do have this psychic ability. Some of you could connect with people that have passed over. I'm also hearing that some of you were very scared of this, but you have these gifts for a reason. And I feel as if your superpower is that you have the ability to heal others just by your soothing words, just by your, you being around. You just give off this like mothering energy, whether you are a male listening to this or a female. Like, you're very connected to self. Some of you are, like I said, getting in touch with your spirituality, learning about your spirituality now. And at first it was a fear, it's like, what is this? But some of you could be going through like, some sort of healing process. You could be gaining some sort of counselling. You're wanting to find answers. Some of you could be connected with psychics, mediums, etc. But your superpower is that you are psychic. And those thoughts that you had before, that you downplayed, because other people didn't experience these things. It's like you can foresee, you try to block these things out, but you could foresee what's going to happen. You could have that ability where you can feel when something's not right for you. Yeah, you could be an empath, I feel. You could be an empath. And I'm hearing you could have been surrounded by dark empaths as well and sucked into their orbit because they could foresee that you had these abilities. And you may have started to mirror their traits or something like that because you were blocking out your abilities in the past, is what I'm picking up. Or these people that you were hanging around didn't want you to access your abilities because they knew that once you knew what these abilities were, you'll be powerful. And I feel like you're very spiritually powerful. You are powerful as well. And yeah, why have we got the Two of Swords? There was something about someone not wanting you to know that you had these abilities. Why have we got the Two of Swords, Spirit? Yeah, we've got the Judgment card. Again, Cancer and Scorpio energy. You're very psychic, is what I'm picking up. Yeah, someone didn't want you to know that you had these abilities because they would feel like this could have been a mother or a mother figure. They felt as if once you knew that you had these abilities, then you would leave home or you would expand. You'll become more independent. You wouldn't need them. So maybe some of you may have been quite reliant on someone in the past, and doesn't have to be, it could be a mother, it could be a mother figure, it could be a friend that was older than you that was like a mother or something like this. Family members, cousins or something. A relationship that you were in could have been a romantic relationship, some sort of friendship or a work friendship or something, but there was someone that felt like once you knew who you were, you will wake up and sense who they are and you will leave and be independent and they will be left behind. So they wanted to keep you stuck, is what I'm picking up. But I feel like you are a person, yeah, they felt like once you wake up to see who you are, they'll be left out in the cold because then you will foresee, they could be a dark empath, whoever that person was. So some of you could be in the process of realizing this, or I feel like your superpower is that you are independent, you can stand on your own 2 feet, you are mothering yourself, right? And some of you have left this old way of being behind, or you're in the process of doing that, or you've done that, and part of your superpower is learning that, because I feel like some of you are like the head of a family or organization or something like this. You are a great leader, and we have the Five of Wands as well. Your superpowers are, a lot of people fight for you. A lot of people fight to be in your life. A lot of people, because it's a pleasure. It's actually a pleasure. It's actually a privilege, I should say, to be within your vicinity. You may have a lot of people fighting to date you as well. Again, it's strange because you give off this intense, seductive, alluring, hypnotic, energy, and you could be oblivious to the fact that there's many people trying to fight to be your partner. And this could be people that may have like downplayed you at first, or like, I don't want a relationship, and then they're like, I need to be with her, I need to be with him, I need to, and this could be all energetic. This might not even be, and you could be like, no, no, no. Or some of you are like oblivious to it because some of you want to maintain your peace. So you may feel like, if I invite this type of energy into my life, then it's going to cause a lot of drama, right? So some of you may feel that, I don't know if you're waiting for the right person or you just don't want the people that are there that want you, you may not want them or something like that. Because we've got the Ace of Swords, like, you can detach and cut people off. Part of your superpower is that you don't get too carried away with love. We've got a lot of air here. You don't get too carried away. Yes, you can love, but at the same time, some of you may have been through an experience which really done a number on you emotionally, right? But I want to go to this Judgment card first. But I do feel like with this Judgment card, you are a person that don't really care about what people think and say about you. You're coming into that energy now, or you've come into that energy, especially friends and family members. Like, you move to the beat, you march to the beat of your own drum. You're going to get judgment. You know that some people may not agree with your choice of job, your choice of, who you want to date, who you're married to, but you're not fazed by it, is what I'm picking up. Who you're attracted to. There's something about upsetting your mother for some of you, because maybe your mother wanted something for you, like to go down a traditional pathway or to date a specific person, and you went against that. You went against that is what I'm picking up. That's why there's judgment. But I feel like you are a person that you stood up for yourself, despite, and this could be happening now, or it could have happened before. Like, you stood up for yourself because you did not allow, although you love your family, all the rest of it, you did not allow, them to dictate your life path, who you should date, who you should marry, who you should have children with. Some of you, I'm hearing, may have been outcasted, unfortunately, by a community, or, all right, clarify judgment card, please. What is card number 2, superpowers? Yes. So we've got Queen of Pentacles. So you learn to rely on yourself. You're very self-reliant. So maybe in the past, if people did have some sort of power over you, you were able to overcome this type of codependency, and you are now relying on yourself, which is to the detriment of these individuals or this specific person, because how they had you bounded was by having you to stay stuck and stagnant, whether it was intentional or unintentional. So now that you have leaned more into your own power, your own superpowers, your own spiritual powers, you're able to see where you were being caught up and how it was not allowing you to evolve. Let's take a look and see what is power number 2's superpower. But yeah, I was going to ask, is power number 2 interested in the love interest that they've got? Yeah, you are. But you might just feel like you want to stabilize yourself first and foremostly before you actually take up some sort of offer. You may want to work on your confidence. You may want to work on your career, your creativity. Some of you could be a Leo. Some of you could be a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus. We've got Libra here. We've got Scorpio here twice or 3 times. Yeah, Scorpio twice. We've got Pisces. We've got Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North, South Node, or Lilith. And I feel like, yes, you are interested. Some of you could be in a relationship. Some of you could actually be married to a person. But there's something about you wanting to stabilize yourself now. Maybe wanting to decorate your home. Maybe wanting to, I feel, work on becoming the best version of you. Work on your confidence with that yellow there, representing the solar plexus. You wanted to fall in love with you. It's what I'm picking up. And that's the thing. That is your superpower. The fact that you love yourself. Your superpower is also you wanting to heal yourself. And again, you could come from an environment where things like therapy is not really spoken about. You just have to stuff it down, move on, work through it. You are breaking the mold. You are knowing something's not right. I need to get, some sort of help here. I want to feel good. I want to become the best version of me. And I feel like your superpower is being the embodiment of love, as well as, striving to become the best version of you, because your focus is on being happy. And part of your superpower is spreading happiness and joy around. And some of you do this without even realizing it, because, you could be in emotions whereby you feel like it's so hard to swim through. But again, just your presence alone, your smile, your laugh, your jokes, it makes people feel happy, because you are a natural healer. And this is what you're getting in touch with. This is what you're learning about now, and in regards to like relationships and so forth, maybe some of you have shunned relationships. Maybe you could be in a relationship right now. And it's not to say that you don't find this person attractive. It could be a specific person. But you may be in the energies of, I need to work on me. I don't want to be with someone and I'm not in my right state. And that's a superpower, knowing that. and knowing that you don't want to bring that type of baggage into someone else's life, that type of, you know, issues that you could be experiencing, and then bring it into someone else's life. Because sometimes some people will know that they're not ready to be in a relationship, and they'll still get into a relationship with you. I've been in relationships like that before, when a person blatantly knows they're not ready, you know, but they still fast themselves and come into a relationship with you. And then you got to deal with that BS. And the thing is, we all bring in baggage in relationships. None of us are perfect. Whether we're bringing in the baggage from our family members, our ex-partners that we haven't healed from, right? But sometimes that's why it's good, like maybe after a breakup, to get counselling, to unload, or just do your own healing work, whether it's through journaling, whether it's through, you know, transmuting that energy, talking about that to a trusted friend, a trusted family member, you know, working on yourself, working on your self-love journey, so that when you do encounter someone else, you're more healthier. And I feel like if you are prolonging to be in a relationship, you could be working on yourself. So it's about knowing that you don't, it's like thinking about another person as well. And, you know, being mature in the fact that I don't want to bring in any type of negativity to you. I only want to bring in the best version of myself towards you. And no one's 100% perfect, but I want to be a healthier me. So your superpower is your focus on becoming a better version of yourself. And again, your bright, bubbly, vibrant energy that just makes you're literally one of those people that just spreads your light wherever you go. So that's part of your superpower. You know, your confidence, you're very magnetic, you're very appealing, you're very happy, you're very positive, and you're very likable. That is your superpower. You have the ability to, you know, make people feel, you know, very at ease. You make people, you could be very funny. You make people laugh as well. Let's see what else with my channeled cards that are soon going to be a deck. They are going to be from the Just So You Know deck that I'm creating. Well, I finished it. I just got to turn it into a real deck. So your superpower is, not everyone deserves access to your energy. Do you not know who you are? So yes, you do know who you are, and you're very selective with the Ace of Swords as to who you allow around you. You could be very selective as to people gaining access to you. So you're very wary of, like, I don't think this person's got the right intentions, and you will keep people at a distance, or you will cut people off, right? So that's part of your superpower, knowing your worth, knowing that just because I've got this amazing energy, you know, this big ball of light, doesn't mean everyone, you know, deserves access to it. Because I feel like you may have a lot of energy vampires that just want to stifle your energy and just sap your energy, you know. I don't know if they realize this, but it's like there's something around, you know, someone just always wanting to be around you, because they're obsessed with your energy. Your energy is very healing. It's very addictive as well, you know. But some people can like fiend off your energy, you know, and it could be, you know, whether you are aware of it or not. I feel like you are, because we're talking about your superpowers. You know that not everyone's deserving. So even if you are around these people, you know when to have a boundary, which is very good, right? So your superpower is your dreams should never be belittled or tampered with. So you have these dreams and you don't downplay your dreams. And I feel like some of you don't even tell people about some of your dreams, because you just know some people are just gonna, a bit like pile number one. I got a feeling that some people from pile number one might have just wanted to check out pile number two, so this could be for you as well. But I was mentioning in pile number one that, you know, they don't really tell people about what they're going to do, because it's such a grand thing that they want to accomplish, that some people may try and talk them out of it, or say, oh, it's never going to happen for someone like us, look at the era we live in, or whatever the case is. But you believe in your dreams, right? And I feel like you move with purpose, and you move by yourself more time, like generally I should say. So especially, so your dreams should never be belittled or tampered. I feel like you're the type of person to encourage people to go after their dreams. You may be okay with what you've got now. You may be accomplished, or you may be settled, right? But when people come to you and say, oh, I want to do this, you're like, yeah, go for it. I believe it. You can definitely do it. You're very inspiring. You're very encouraging, is what I'm picking up. You know, you do not allow others to talk you out of their dreams. Yeah, you tell people why they can achieve things. You know, we have protect your ideas and dreams and share them with the world by doing so, you will teach others to always believe in themselves, because you went after your dreams and you make people realize that dreams do actually come true. Yeah, I feel like wherever you are right now, people admire you as well. And I feel like some people may downplay your position, or you may have downplayed your position, but you are very well accomplished. A lot of people do look up to you. A lot of people want to learn from you. How did you get to where you are now? What's your secret? What's your, and that's why, because you are satisfied with where you are, when people tell you about what they want to do, you have that ability to make people believe in themselves, like, yeah, I can do it, because part number two said I can do it, and they're in a good position. So if they said I can do it, I can do it. That's a lot of people might come to you when they are feeling quite down and depressed, and then you just like uplift them with your words and stuff. Okay, so you owe it to yourself to honor and respect yourself. People treat you in the same way that you treat yourself. So part of your superpower is that you respect yourself, and because you respect yourself, people have no choice but to respect you. You've got a lot of dignity, a lot of pride. You've got a presence, no doubt, is what I'm picking up. But you've got a lot of dignity and pride, and you walk with, there's a you could be in a position of power. You stand out from the rest. There is no other like you, so you definitely stand out. If some of you want to blend in, it's not going to happen, because you are a person that your energy is very distinct and it's intense, and people can't help but notice you. Like, you just got this presence about you that is just like a one-off, right? And that's part of your superpower, like not blending in. And I feel like whatever family you come from, like, you stand out. You're different. You're the one that's like not a non-conformist. You are, and they're like, yeah, they're part of the family, but they don't act like us. And you're thinking, yeah, I'm glad I don't, right? You're like a non-conformist, and you believe in, there's an eccentric side to you as well, but there's also, you don't do things just to be different. There's always a method to it, right? With the Ace of Swords, that's my Libra card, because you do believe in fairness and balance, and you believe that you should be treated equally, because you treat other people equally despite their differences, and you believe that you should be able to express your uniqueness. I haven't got Chris here, but do you understand what I mean? So you're just authentic in who you are. People feel drawn to you and want to tell you their secrets, and I say that at the beginning. So a lot of people expose their secrets to you, and they're like, some people are like, oh my days, I just told this person this thing. Other people are like, cringe, but I'm happy I got it off my chest. And you're non-judgmental as well, so it makes it that much easier. People compete with you because they see you in a highlight and they want your magic too. So part of your superpower is, okay, you may not realize this, but some people do want to compete with you, male and females, because they see you in a highlight and they want that same charisma, they want that same intensity, seductiveness that you possess. And Spirit is saying some of you are not aware, and that's a good thing, right? But just be aware that not everyone's your friend, though. Because you're so oblivious to what's going on in other people's life, you just focus on yourself and getting through the day. And some of you may be wondering, why do they compete with me? Because they just see that the effect that you have on others. So it's like some people actually want to be you. I'm hearing like they're fans out here. But stay away from these people. All right, so we have the entities that linger on them and around them are there because they refuse to disconnect from others who drag them down energetically. I feel like this is a message for you, because some of you could be coming out of an energy of being around a specific group, a specific friend, a mother figure or something like this, family members, right? Work colleagues, something. And the message is the entities that linger on them. So they obviously have some attachments there. And around them are there because they refuse to disconnect from others. So these individuals were quite stuck, or they are stuck. And because you were around them, it was making you stuck. And I feel like you're either breaking free, or you have broken free. You're looking back in hindsight, because we've got the 8 of Wands. So this could indicate that you're removing yourself from something or someone, because you're connecting the dots. You're realizing this environment, this person, my way of living is not making me happy. It's keeping me stuck. And you're starting to, I feel like you're tapping into your spirituality right now. You're learning about the light and the shadow, and not everyone, do you know what I mean? And it's saying that whoever this group, this person, whatever it was, they have entities that were lingering on them and around them, because they were stuck, and it was keeping you stuck, and it was making you feel dragged down energetically, and it was making you feel trapped in a low vibration. But it's saying only they can free themselves from the web of toxicity that engulfs them, or you will end up staying stuck with them. So you're realizing that, you know, I feel some of you knew something was a bit off with someone, or, you know, a group of people or workplace colleagues or something, but it's like you felt sorry for them. And because you have a lot of compassion for people, you're there to listen to people and give people grace and stuff like that. What happened was you ended up being absorbed in their energy, and the same stuckness and rigidness that they possess, it started to rub off on you. Then it started to cause issues in your life, and you started to wonder, why I don't want to do anything, why am I stuck, why am I this, why am I that? And it was because of this person or these people. And you're realizing that, and now you've got a good sense as to who to stay away from now. So you, again, do not allow, you're very selective, or you're becoming selective as to who, or Spirit is saying this is what needs to be continued moving forward, because you're very susceptible to take on the energies. I feel like you're an empath as well, so you've got to be mindful as to who you have around you, because it can have an effect on you, right? So that's that. I feel that's more of a warning, this one, but I feel like some of you are in the knowing of this. You will be financially stable in this lifetime. So even if you are trying to achieve a goal, you know, you're very focused on work, stability, as Spirit is saying, you will be stable in this lifetime. Some of you are from money. Some of you could be being born into a rich family, some of you could marry rich or something like this, but some of you are going to be financially stable in this lifetime, and your main focus could be on your spiritual health in the now, because you realize that money cannot buy you happiness. Okay, so your and that could be the thing. Your superpower is knowing that money cannot buy you happiness. Okay, so your superpower is your energy will let you know if they are okay to be around or not. Stop ignoring the signs. So yeah, I feel like some of you are in between two worlds, like in between, ignoring who you really are, trying to downplay your abilities, or coming to grips with who you really are, and that's someone that has got depth of psychic abilities, depth of emotion that you are trying to repress. You're coming into connection with yourself, and now that you are coming into connection with yourself, you're starting to see certain people for who they are, even some family members for some of you. And I'm hearing it's not pretty, right? And the reason why I say it's not pretty is because you're starting to see, I stayed with this person or these people, and you're starting to maybe connect the dots as to why you were feeling a certain way, why you missed out on certain opportunities, and it's not all everyone else's fault, because we have free will as well. But you're starting to see things, and then you're starting to think, oh, if I trust more of myself, then I can maybe do more things that I like. I can explore new hobbies, new opportunities. It's like for you, becoming more independent. So part of your superpower is either you are independent, you can, rely on self, but you are a great caregiver and caretaker to others, right? And if you are, Spirit is saying you need to be that to yourself as well. And some of you are leaning into that as well. Like, okay, I'm always there for other people, giving advice, etc. And this could be burning you out, actually. Always looking after other people. So I need to start doing that for myself. Because I feel like I said, for some of you, you're between two worlds. You are that, reliable, stable, grounded person, but there's some of you that need to be that for yourself as well. And some of you are becoming aware, some of you are cutting away things and people that made you stuck, that were preventing you from becoming independent. So part of your superpower is to become independent, because the way that you take care of others, you will be able to do that for yourself, and so much more, and have so much amazing experiences once you start leaning more towards yourself. All right. Stop looking outwardly for approval. I don't choose the cards, thank you, Spirit. And acceptance, look within, the answers will and shall come to you. So I feel like some of you may have kept looking outside of yourself, or some of you used to do that in the past. Now you're looking within. So some of you may have been relying on people, family members, friends, what they're going to think, and then they're giving you the wrong advice. You're taking that advice, and then you end up unhappy. Your superpower is to take your own advice, because you do know what is best for you. You do, and you connect. If you don't know the answers, connect with source, connect with God. Because some of these people that you may have been asking, they don't have it figured out themselves. None of us really do, but they don't, and they are not happy. They are stagnant, they are stuck, and whether knowingly or unknowingly, they are keeping you stagnant and stuck with them by the advice that they're giving you. Oh no, don't do that, when it's blatantly going to be a good look for you, or it's blatantly going to make you happy. They're telling you no, because they may have felt that if you do go towards what you've asked them, you're going to leave them behind. So that's selfish on their part, or you're going to be happy, and they're too fearful to come out of their unstuckness. So it's kind of pointless asking these type of people, because so it's saying stop looking outwardly for approval, because again, a lot of people come to you for answers, and we all do need someone to lean on, but a lot of people come to you for answers, and the advice that you give others, you need to give to yourself. And I feel like, again, I'm speaking to two different groups of you here, because Spirit is saying that you have the answers for yourself. You are highly intelligent. You are very capable. Some people you may have been around didn't want you to think that you were capable. They wanted you to be trapped and think that you need them, but you are very capable. You are a leader, and it's time to take action. And some of you are taking action by breaking free from any type of mental entrapment that you may have faced, whatever, from your own thought patterns or people that you were around. You are going to have everything you are deserving of. Yes, your superpower is knowing that you can gain anything and going towards it, because you deserve the best. Part number 2, we all do, but you definitely deserve the best. And there has been energies that have been trying to prevent you from getting what you are deserving of, and you're coming into that awareness, or you are in that awareness that you are deserving. And that could have been a thing. Maybe in the past you may have felt that you weren't deserving, and that's why you held back. But once you get into that mindset of maybe saying affirmations to yourself daily, visualizing how you want your life to look, going towards it, taking the same advice that you give to others and giving it to yourself, you are going to get everything that you are deserving of. Because I feel like you're very well accomplished right now. A lot of people look up to you. A lot of people hold you in high esteem, and it's for you to see yourself in the same light as well. All right, yes, this person is competing with you. Okay, so you may have a lot of people competing with you, competing for you, or competing for your position as well. But part of your superpower is you're quite oblivious to this. And you know what? Yes, it's good in a way not to see all the evil eye and bad-mindedness and stuff, but sometimes you have to be vigilant, because then you could actually walk in tracks. But I feel like some of you know when someone's trying to come, but you don't really fixate on it. You don't allow a lot of people to, because remember, we got the 5 of Swords. You're very strategic too, so some of you can outsmart your opponent. If you feel like someone's trying to snake you, you can see what they're about, but then you just feel like, okay, how can I use this person to my advantage? And then you get what you need from them as well. So it's like a two-way thing. So some of you, again, you're 10 steps ahead, like literally 10 steps ahead. You're not one to outsmart. You've got a mind of a genius, and I'm hearing mind of a scientist as well. So it's not that you don't know what people are doing, but you just think, okay, they got this way of thinking. Okay, how can I use this to my advantage? I'm not going to get close to this type of person, because you can see that this person's not a trustworthy individual soul. So it then makes you feel as if I'm not going to tell this person my life story. This is someone like you put people in different boxes. So on one hand, it could look like you're unaware that people are in this energy. But for some of you, I do feel like you may not know that some people have not got your best interest at heart. You're coming into that awareness now. Some people that you thought was, and I don't want to trigger anyone, but let's find out who, because at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Magician card. There has been some sort of manipulation, Because again, some people may have felt that you do not know that they're like that. But I feel like you do, but you don't let them know that you know, or you just play like, you know, or you just, I don't know, like who didn't have pile number two's best interest at heart, Spirit? Okay, we've got an Aquarius person here. Someone from a group, club, or organization that you belong to. Someone that was your friend. Someone from a friendship group. You could be an Aquarius as well, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, or Venus, but someone that, you know, on social media, someone that you belong to the same group as, you know, it could be a friend, is what I'm picking up. This person could be a Pisces, you could be a Pisces, this person could be a boss, you could be a boss, or this could be your father for some of you. Who has not got your best interest at heart? Yeah, this could be like an old-time friend. Someone wanted to come for your position. Yeah, look, could be a Capricorn or Sagittarius, or Capricorn Sagittarius cusp. Someone that wanted to come for your position. Could be an ex-partner, could be a boss, could be a friend as well. Could be Taurus, Libra, Sun, Rising, you know, could be a mother figure. There's someone here that you belong to the same group or club or organization as. You could be of those signs as well, but this person did not have your best interests at heart. They were trying to keep you stagnant and stuck, unable to evolve, unable to move, wanting you for their own agenda as well. So you got to be mindful, maybe trying to get your job, or, you know, it was some, yeah, to keep you stuck. But some of you are growing awareness of this, or you are aware of this, but you may be downplaying that you are aware of this and playing them at their own game. This is part of your superpower, because it's happening to you to show you how really powerful you are. Trust the process. So you're realizing your power. You're not, you know, and you may have been around people that try to downplay your power, your essence, and you may have believed them. And now you're starting to feel like, hold on a minute, I know who I am, but why was it not being reflected onto me as to who I was? Because you may have been exuding, excuse me, an energy whereby you were unsure about who you are. And this kept some people satisfied, because then they wanted you to be confused. When you are moody, you can be quite scary. Channel your energy into something creative. Your superpower is you do have a lot of stored energy, and that needs to be transmuted. I feel like your one's more of not really of a self-awareness of who you are, like your powers, because I feel like your power has been stripped, or someone has been trying to strip your power. So this one is like a reminder. I mean, all of them are, but it was like with pile number one, I was just telling pile number one what they already know, but in different ways. With you, it's like I feel like I'm telling you things that haven't been told to you, or things that you don't know of yourself because of who you were around, that didn't want you to know these types of things about you. You know, what is pile number two superpower, please? Here, you are a protector of the weak. You are able to balance out a lot of different things. You are an extremely hard worker. Yeah, I'm hearing legend status, but you are an extremely hard worker, and you are, you know, destined to become a leader in this lifetime, a boss. You know, your superpower is, yeah, we've got 9 of Swords and 7 of Cups. Your superpower is learning, is working through the confusion, is knowing when you need to stop, is knowing when you need the help, is, you know, when you start getting overwhelmed and confused, you know when to just take time out, you know when to have a break. And it's, look, becoming independent in this lifetime, you know. Whoever doesn't want you to, some of you are supposed to have your own business, by the way, with the Page of Wands. That's my Aries card. Page of Wands is very independent, very self-assured. That's your superpower. You're very independent, very self-assured. This is how people view you as well. But this is your innate energy, your qualities. You know, very passionate about life, a self-starter, you know, a pioneer, someone that marches to the beat of their own drum in an Aquarius like way, but more of like, you know, someone that's supposed to, I'm hearing I did it my way, Frank Sinatra, but someone that's supposed to do it their way, but you've been controlled and it's time to break free, because you're not supposed to be controlled. You're not supposed to be tamed. As long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, right? For the Page of Wands, let's see. What is how, yeah. You're supposed to, I feel like you're supposed to own your own business in this life, or climb to positions of leadership. You're supposed to own your own company, your own business, your own home in this life as well. Your superpower is that you are very grounded. You invest in the right things. You will begin to invest in the right people as well. You are like marriage material as well. Like, even though you are very independent and so forth, when you do find a partner, you are very loyal and you do invest in the relationship. Like, you've got the qualities of a great spouse. That's your superpower, because you've got a very like nurturing, or, you know, fatherly, protective energy about you, that people just feel safe, you know, and people like to invest in you as well. You're like couple, you know, husband material, wife material. You know, you will make a great spouse, or you are a great spouse if you are married to someone. If you are just dating, your partner wants to marry you because you are a cut above the rest. You are like exquisite, is what I'm hearing. Your superpower is that you are exquisite, very classy, you know, is what I'm picking up. You are the type of person that a lot of people actually want to settle down with, especially people that will say, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship, or I don't really know, like, because of your the way you carry yourself, your classiness. You're very traditional. You could be quite old school in your outlook and views of relationship. You're very law, you know. This is like marriage material. You are marriage material. That's your superpower. That a lot of people want to commit to you. A lot of people want to invest in you. A lot of people want to give you advances, help you with your career as well. You're very independent. You're very business minded. You are the type of person that needs to own your own business, even if you work in like a day job. Like, you have you're very smart with money, you know. You make wise investments as well, so you will always be financially stable. You are very, very stable minded as well, is what I'm picking up. Very stable minded, you know. Very self-assured, very grounded is what I'm picking up. So that's what I have for you, pile number 2. I will speak to you soon. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Sun card, and you always spread your sunlight wherever you go. You always spread your happiness wherever you go, because you are an amazing soul. So I'll speak to you soon, pile number 2. We're going to move on to pile number 3. I did say it was supposed to be like a quick reading, but here I go again. Alright, let's see. Pile number 3. Put these away. Let's see. Excuse me. Alright. Pile number 3. Let's see. What are your superpowers, pile number 3, please? 10 of Wands. Lovers in the reverse. Excuse me. King of Swords. So we've got Gemini. We've got Gemini twice. Pisces. Queen of Cups. 2 of Cups. Right. Six of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles and 2 of Cups. Right. What are your superpowers? I'm hearing strength. You've got a lot of strength. You're very strong. You may have carried a lot of burdens, unfortunately. You know how to juggle a lot of things at the same time, maybe a business, maybe work, maybe children. Um, or you could be physically strong. So maybe at work, people admire your strength. That's what makes you powerful. People may think, oh my day, like power number three is powerful. Look how strong they are. This could be at the gym as well, like the weights that you push. People could be in awe of you. Like you might see people like stop what they're doing in the gym and like watch you like, wow, wow. Your superpowers are that you choose yourself. You do have self-love. You don't look outwardly for approval of others. You know who you are. You're not trying to be like anyone else, and that's refreshing because certain people don't know who they are. They try and imitate other people, recycle other people's energy. Obviously, you can actually take from others as well. Because I remember Michael Jackson saying, study the greats. MJ was a Virgo as well. Study the greats and make it your own. So even if you admire others, you take little things from them, but you're not going to try and be like them. Do you know what I mean? So I feel with you, you know who you are, and you're satisfied with yourself. You do believe in self-development, self-growth. You are very analytical as well. You're very analytical, and you are very balanced with your logical side and your empathetic side, right? You do have a lot of emotion. You could be a great caretaker, a great mother if you've got children. Your superpower is your intelligence as well, is what I'm picking up. Very, very intelligent. You can be very stern as well. Like, you don't get, what's the right word? You don't get carried away by your emotions. So there's a healthy balance of your intellectual side and your emotional side. However, you do know how to open your heart, and you do practice a lot of self-love and self-care as well. And again, you don't look for outside validation to tell you that you're amazing. You know that for yourself. You choose yourself, right? You are a person that you know when to ask for help. You know when to ask to share the load. So you're not that type of person that I'm gonna do everything on my own. I don't need anyone. Like all right, I need a bit of help here. You know when to ask for help. And you are the type of person to offer to help others that are struggling, like family members. You are the type of person that, you give to charity. You also, you don't like to see people struggling because obviously you may have been at a time where you were struggling and there was no one to help you. So you know how it feels. Again, with that empathy energy from the Queen of Cups, you know how it feels to have to juggle a lot of things on your own. And you wouldn't like other people. This is like friends. This is like family members. You know when to read between the lines. And here in Aaliyah, I've got to read between the lines. You know when to read between the lines. Like if you've got a bridging, or meaning your friend, sorry, a friend or family member, you know when they're struggling, even if they're not saying to you that they're struggling. You might be like, "Are you good? Are you alright?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm fine." You're like, "Are you okay?" No, because you pick up little hints. Like if you're talking to your friend on the phone, your family member, they may have said something like, "Oh yeah, because my cooker broke down, and the kids, we had to have like takeaway because," and you're thinking, okay, they haven't got a cooker. Okay, so I'm gonna buy you a microwave. You're that type of person. I'm not saying you did, but you're that type of person that I'm gonna get you this, or you might just buy it, or you may have just bought it and just put it in. Just text your mate or your sibling or your cousin and say, "Look, there's something coming in the mail for you. Make sure you're in." And they're like, "What?" Your superpowers is you like to be of service to others. Obviously, not to the detriment of yourself, because you do practice self care. You know when to take a step back. You are you're very caring as well, and you don't do things to seek validation from others. Like, "Oh, I've done this favor for you, so could you do this for me?" No, you do it because you genuinely care about the well-being of others. Your superpower is that you take care of your appearance, you take care of your health, you take your health very seriously. You make sure you get enough sleep. Some of you could go to the gym. Some of you don't have to go to the gym. You could walk. You make sure you put, good food into your body. Some of you could be like dietitians. Some of you could, you may have had, like, I don't know, some sort of, I feel like you take your vitamins and stuff like that because you know that when you eat certain foods, it affects your mood. So you may have changed up your whole diet and made sure that you are putting the right. I'm not saying you don't have treat days because you do know how to splurge, right? But at the same time, you understand that if you don't eat right, if you don't take care of yourself, it's going to have an effect on your mood, and you're very strict about how you take care of yourself, and you generally take care of others as well. You are a person that you are very loyal. Your superpower is that you are very loyal. Once you are committed, I wouldn't say you pour your heart, your soul, everything into this relationship, because you do have other things going on, but you do make your partner feel nurtured. You do make your partner feel taken care of. You are very kind. You're very generous. Your love language could be maybe acts of service as well. Some of you could be a Virgo. Your superpower is that once you are in a relationship, it's for life. It's for the long term. You know, but if your person crosses you, as much as you love them, you can cut off. That's part of your superpower. As much as you love your person, if something does occur, then you can detach, you can cut off. But your superpowers could also be that you do speak your truth, and it comes from love. You're not doing it in a way to upset people. Like, you're doing it from love, but you could be quite direct as well. But people respect this quality. You chose the heart chakra stone. You're not doing it to upset people. When you're saying certain things, you're doing it from love. You're doing it because you generally want to help. But again, if you are cross in a relationship, as much as you love the person, you can just cut that person off. You value yourself. Your superpower is you value yourself, and you pour into yourself. Whether you're in a relationship or not, you always pour into yourself. You practice self-love, and it attracts love to you as well. You have a very healing quality about you. Part of your superpower is that you know how to mother yourself. You know how to mother yourself. Some of you could be a Pisces. Let's see, what is power number 3, superpower? If no one has told you, please remember how important and special you are. Your superpower is you know how special and important you are, with the Queen of Cups. You see how it's tying in? So whether you're in a relationship or not, you still celebrate yourself because you are amazing. You're beautiful. You are a person that radiates beauty within and outwardly. Yeah, you're very stunning. You're very beautiful, but your inner beauty shines right through. It can be felt. It's very potent. I wouldn't say potent. That's more of like a scorpionic thing in it. But some of you can have scorpion in your chart, but it's evident, I should say. Like, your inner beauty, it shines through. It's evident. If no one has ever told you, please remember how important and special you are. You mean so much to so many people, and it's time to see yourself the way that others see you. You are unforgettable. You are magnificent. You are a masterpiece. You literally are a masterpiece. Many people fall in love with you. Many people want to date you as well. Especially intellectual types, I feel. But I feel as if you are a great conversationalist as well. You're highly intelligent. You're not just beauty, your brains too. Your beauty and brains. And a lot of people can get lost in conversation with you. You're that type of person that you're on the phone to your friend, to your partner, to your family member. Before you know it, you guys have been talking for like hours, but you covered so much different topics. So you are very stimulating to the mind for people as well. They find you very fascinating. You can talk about different topics, maybe popular culture, maybe politics, maybe history, maybe geography, whatever the case is. Like, some of you, I feel, are highly intelligent, and you, like I said, you could attract a lot of intellectual types as well, because they find you physically attractive, but your mind is equally as attractive as well. You could have a beautiful speaking voice as well. You could have like a Uranus or something. I don't know, like you could have a Mercury sextile in your moon that makes you have a beautiful speaking voice. Or you could have like a Mercury conjunct in your moon. You know, your superpower as well is that you're very, like, I feel like your voice is very seductive, and you have the art of persuasion as well. Whether you, I don't feel like you use it to, like, for bad, but you have the art of persuasion. If you wanted to use it for the bad, you could, but you don't, because you generally come towards people with love. You don't believe in underhandedness, you know, trying to cut corners and all that. Remember, you chose the heart stone, right? You lead with your heart. And again, like part number one, you treat people the way you want to be treated, and you're so authentic. You're so authentic. You're very sweet, is what I'm picking up. And there's a naivety to you, but you're not naive because you're intelligent. Some of you could look young for your age, but you are a person that you're very sharp. Things, you don't miss things. So you could be a person that's quite quiet, and people think, oh, I bet they didn't click on, I bet they don't answer. You click on, you understand? So, but you're very observant as well, very observant. You see a lot of things. You could be very studious. Some of you could be studying, you could be in uni, you could be in college, and this is your superpower because it hasn't been easy, you know. Some of you may have delayed some sort of marriage so that you could pursue your goals. Or I don't know. There's something about you, you know, your superpower. Like I said, I feel like you don't get lost in love. You still want to go out there and pursue your goals. You may have learned from before. Something happened, maybe in a previous relationship where you may have put your career on hold and you vowed never to do that again. But you've got a very supportive partner, or someone that is coming in that will be very supportive, someone that is going to love you for you because you love you. All right. Yeah, and look, they see your light, your magic, and your brilliance too. They just kept putting you down as a tactic for you not to see your own magic. So you keep shining. In the past, you may have dated someone that tried to downplay who you were because they were threatened by you. They thought that they could see your magic, they could see your beauty, but they were scared to share that with others. And when I say share that with others, I mean share that with the world. They wanted to possess your energy for themselves. And they felt like, oh, you know, once people get to see power number 3, they're going to leave me anyway. Or they're going to find out that I'm a fuck boy or a fuck girl and they're going to leave me. And true to form, their fears became a reality because they tried to keep you trapped and stuck with them due to the fear that you will see who they really are and leave them. And then because of their actions, you left them anyway, or things just ended because it was a struggle to be in a relationship with that person. But they saw your light, but they may have tried to downplay your light. That's why I feel we got the Ten of Wands. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot, and you may have to support yourself, and this person may have decided not to help you because they just wanted to break you down. You know, it's like, how dare you love yourself? How dare you love yourself, part number 3. And they didn't want you to see your true essence. They wanted your heart to harden because you lead with the heart. They were just shocked that they had encountered someone so pure because you put a mirror onto who they were not. Someone that was quite rotten inside, and they didn't feel good enough for you, so they tried to swap energies with you and make you feel like you should be privileged to be with them, when in actual fact they were in awe of you. You had a fan, but they were just like dissatisfied with themselves because they knew deep down they were non-deserving of you. I hope that answers some of your questions. Okay, so we have act accordingly. Do not get too familiar, or it can lead to disrespect within others towards you. So you don't really get too familiar with people. I'm not saying you haven't got friends. You've got friends, no doubt, right? But you don't allow people to get too comfortable with you because too much familiarity can breed disrespect. Maybe you've encountered that. We all have in this day and age, when people see you all the time and they just get comfortable with you and they just try it with you. So you know how to check a bit. You know, I feel as though you know not to over familiarize yourself with certain people, because you could just kind of sense to people that if I over get too comfortable with them, they're gonna try it with me, then I'm gonna have to show them who I really am and what's really good. That yeah, I lead with the heart, but I can also lead with my mouth and tell you about yourself, and you're not gonna like me. So better, I just, so you got that way about you. That's part of your superpower. Part of your superpower is you can actually cuss people out. I did that. You can cuss people out. You can literally destroy people with your words, because again, you're very observant. So you can see certain things, and then certain things that other people don't even know about themselves. So if people do cross you, when you tell them, I'm hearing you school people, when you tell them about themselves, you're actually schooling them. You're actually schooling their own, you know, history about their whole life. You can tell people about how they were in high school. You can tell people why they act the way that they do. You could have a mind of a psychologist as well. But I just feel like you're really not one to cross in an argument, because you will do it so eloquently, so gracefully as well, when you're cussing people out, that they wouldn't even know if you're giving them a compliment, or or if you're cussing. They wouldn't even, but they will leave that situation confused. They would check themselves, and they would not want to ever cross you again or even look your way again. They will be looking up the words that you've used on them on the internet. You will use words that they've never even heard before. That's how slick you are. Some of you might not even raise your voice when you're cussing people out. You might just say a few lines, and then you just turn your back, and it just leaves people gobsmacked. That's your superpower, is your words. So good luck to whoever wants to test you in a cussing match. Okay, so let's see. Your superpower is they did not get away with it. They are putting on a false act of bravery because that's all they know what to do. It's to pretend life must be so miserable to live a lie like them, and to refuse to do the healing to then get to the other side to be happy. So yeah, I feel like some people have hurt you in the past, but they didn't get away with it. Spirit is saying that they got karma, but when you see them, they will act like everything's normal, and like it didn't affect them. I feel like this is more of the people that you cuss out. There was someone, or this is like maybe ages ago or something like that. You told someone about themselves. Could be many people, and you face this person again, and they may have acted nonchalant, like it affected them. It did affect them, but they were trying it with you, but they tried the wrong one. So again, you have a way with words, and you are very good with defending yourself verbally. Okay, so some people believe that if they had your gifts, they would be better than you. So you may have some people that are jealous of you. They want to come up against you, but they can't match you intellectually, darling. They cannot. They can't. They can't match you intellectually. And then some people feel like, oh, if I had Power Three's gifts and so forth, then I would do this, I would do that. But you ain't got the Power Three's gifts. Spirit wanted Power Three to have the gifts, because Power Three will know what to do with the gifts. So some people could be envious of your gifts and your talents and your beauty and your looks and your charm and your grace, because they may feel like they could achieve so much more than you, or whatever the case is. But that's not the case. The reason why you've been given these gifts is because Spirit trusts you with these gifts to do the right thing. That's why you've been. Do you understand what I mean? So, part of your superpower is, I'm hearing, like, to turn a blind eye to the haters, and to be, you're aware of the haters as well, but I'm hearing you use your haters as fuels, because you understand that some people do actually want your spot, whatever spot that is. Could be at work. Some people may want to look like you because you're very beautiful inside and out. Some people may try and imitate your energy. You understand this. You're very observant. You may not say it, but maybe when you cuss people, it comes out. I don't know, but you are aware of this. You're highly intelligent. All right. They try and control you and others because they lack control and direction of their own life. So you know when to move away from people that are trying to be controlling and dominant. Some people may have tried to block you in your career as well, and you know where it's coming from. That's the thing. You understand where excuse me, this type of behavior is coming from. Because, sometimes people feel like, oh, why? Sometimes we do need answers when someone's trying to come up against us. We're like, why do they do that? Like, I've been nothing but nice to them. People go through their own thing, and you understand this. You understand, okay, so maybe they're going through that, or you are able to grasp people's personality. So when I feel like you're at that point now where you don't really get fuffled, is that the right word? Ruffled, sorry, when someone is trying to come up against you. It's annoying, but you're like, okay, I get it. They're not happy, or they're in a toxic relationship, or they're angry with their manager. They hate their job, or they feel stagnant in their career. They feel like they can't express themselves. So I get why they're like that. But it's only when they try and come up against you, that's when you have to tell people about themselves. But you don't really allow people, you don't allow these type of people to get close to you in the first place. That's the first thing. So that's why it's not going to affect you, because you do have an energy where you can just block out any type of negative. You're protected as well, right? But you have this energy where you just don't even allow these type of people to infiltrate you. Use this as fuel to go even further. People fear you will take their man or their girl. Power number 3. That could be one of the reasons why a lot of people may have tried to come up against you, because of your beauty. I feel like you've got a lot of qualities. You tick a lot of boxes, right? And subconsciously, some people may feel like you're going to take away their girl or their man. Mr. Still your girl? I don't know. Trey Songz? I don't know. You could look like that, like Trey Songz if you're a male, that type of look. Or like that quality that Usher's got. I don't know, like that sex appeal. If you're a female, people just feel like you're going to teeth their man, like you're going to take their man away. So that's why you may have people trying to block you, like they don't want you to come out with them if their partner's going to be there, or they're trying to hide them. I don't know, but your superpower is you know this, and you don't use this, for the bad. So you acknowledge this, like you can sense, okay, I think they don't want me to meet. But then you may not, be overly friendly to their partner, or you might just say hi and then just go somewhere else. You don't want to be around that, because you don't want, you can sense that they think that. So you don't want to add fuel to the fire, because you're highly evolved in it, and you lead with the heart. You want to be treated the way you want to treat others, the way you want to be treated. And if you felt that way, you wouldn't want someone to do that to you. So you know that whether it's a spoken thing or unspoken thing, you know that some people feel that way with you, or have felt that way with you, and you've never made them even more insecure by overly being nice to their person or whatever, because you could be their person's actual type, or their person may have said, oh yeah, your friend's pretty, or yeah, your friend, your friend's good looking, he's hot, and then they may have said, oh, my partner said that you're pretty, or my partner said that you're hot, and then you could think, okay, that's nice, but then you start thinking, okay, and then you start seeing that they don't want you to come out when the partner's there, or they don't, you can come around, but I'm just waiting for my boyfriend to go, I'm just waiting for my girlfriend to go. So you start to think, okay, I think that they think that, it's uncomfortable for you, basically. Where some people may take that and manipulate that, but you're not like that. You're not like that. You, like I said, how I started your reading, you've got your own validation. You don't seek validation outwardly, so you know who you are. You're comfortable with who you are. You don't need a validation of whoever thinks that you're going to take their girl or their man or whatever. That's not what you're about, right? Many people are jealous of you and your gifts. Yes, a lot of people are jealous of you. But again, you understand this. You understand where it's coming from, and you understand to not be around these types of people so that it doesn't affect you. Because, I'm going to just be straight up with you. Like, when people start carrying on funny with me and stuff like that, I do get upset. And I do feel like, at my age, why are people still behaving like that? Because I'm a big person. I'm not in high school. In high school, it used to happen to me. I didn't get it. I did not understand it. And I used to be like, why is this happening to me? And then as I got older, I realized, okay, because I looked a bit different from the rest of the girls. I was taller. I was more developed before everyone else. And at the time, I thought, I'm an alien. Why does this happening to me? Why am my body look like this and everyone else looks different? Why am I getting all this attention from males? And I thought, why? I don't want it. I didn't get it. I wanted to blend in with everyone else, and then one girl said to me once, how old are you? And I said, I told my age. She goes, it makes it even worse. And I thought, why did she say it like that? Because I was very developed basically, and in her head, okay, you're gonna get even more guys now, and all the other girls were like thinking, oh, she's gonna get all the guys. I was thinking, I just feel uncomfortable right now. I used to wear a lot of hooded, baggy tops, and I just hated it, right? But when I got older, I realized they were jealous that they felt a lot of guys were gonna like me. When I felt uncomfortable in my own skin, they were wanting to be in my skin. How about that? Do you know what I mean? I didn't. Do you understand what I mean? So, but when I got older and it's still happening to me, I thought something's not. I didn't internalize it anymore. I thought, you know what, F this, I'm going to wear what the F I want. And I started to be more expressive with myself. And I thought, I've got to live with this body in it. So I'm going to embrace it. My body's not perfect. You know what I mean? I've always been voluptuous. I've never been slim. I've never been skinny. This is the only body that I know. So I'm going to work with what I got. And it can ruffle some feathers, but what do you want me to do? I'm not going to be that shy girl that I was years ago when you had me all up in my head because of the way my body was developed, and I thought something was wrong with me when there was nothing wrong with me. There was everything right with me. And I say that to say you should embrace what you got, because none of us are perfect, but we're perfect within our imperfections. That's the way I see it, right? So I feel like with you're at that stage where you could be like that as well, where it's like you're not going to try and put me up in my head because of your own insecurities. It's your insecurities. That's your stuff that you need to unpack. I'm going to keep you away from me because I can't help you. That's between you and a psychologist and God. But I'm going to do me and keep working on me, because remember, you lead with the heart and you pour into yourself. You do have a lot of self-love. You do understand that the self-love journey is an ongoing process. None of us are perfect, right? You are accepting of yourself, and again, you've got so much inner beauty and it radiates through. And I'm hearing you're attractive, you're stunning, and people are mesmerized by they're captivated by you, they're captivated by your voice. And again, going back to the Gemini card, you choose yourself, because the Lover's card is um, the Lover's card is a card of choice. Communication as well. Gemini's raw communication, as does Virgo. Mercurial energy, but you choose yourself. Again, you're not going to have people keeping you up in your head about their own insecurities. That is your superpower. You're not going to internalize other people's projections of how they feel about themselves onto you. Maybe in the past you did, but you're not going to allow that to happen to you anymore. You're coming into a cycle of self-love, and you're loving yourself, and you are attracting the right people. You are going to attract the right partner, or some of you are with the right partner that loves you equally. Maybe in the past you were with, partners that were, look, the Six of Pentacles. I don't feel like it was a two-way thing. I feel like it was one-sided, and it was a burden to be in these relationships, these friendships. You were given more than you were receiving, and now you are on your way to connecting with someone that is, your one is more about self-love. You don't accept nothing but the best. That's your superpower. And because you are in that energy, it may have taken you a long time to get to that energy though, you are going to gain the best. You know yourself. It's beautiful. Let's see, what's your superpower? It's time to let in love. Not everyone is like the people from the past who chose to hurt you. They are people who actually do care about you and other people's feelings like you do. And that's what I mentioned. You are inviting love in because of the way you love yourself. You radiate. You are of love. Literally, you are of love, right? And this is why you got. I keep going to it. I know it might be a bit annoying, yeah, but this is why it makes sense why I place this rose quartz stone on your pile, because you are actually of love. Pile number 3. You're a beautiful soul, gentle soul though, gentle soul, and you are savage. You are, but you don't want to be. But you have to protect yourself, and you've been gifted with, with word. Like, you've been gifted with your choice of words as well. Like, very articulate, very intelligent as well. Like I said, when you cuss people, you may not even swear, but they may feel like, what did he or she just say to me? And they go look up on Google, and they realize that they literally been demolished verbally without even realizing. Yeah. So there are actually people who actually care about other people's feelings and who will respect and see you for the amazing person that you are, and you are realizing that you are amazing. Your superpower is knowing that you are, you know, one of the best. I'm hearing you are the best of whatever area or something like that you belong to, or the best that someone's ever had, or the one that got away. They're coming to that realization that you are the best, right? They want you to join them in their confusion and chaos. Free yourself from their chaotic energy, or start to see your life spiral out of control due to your association. So you know who to be around and who not to be around. You know, you may have left a group, you may have left a town, an area, because, you know, you could see that their life was going a certain way, and because of your love for yourself, maybe these people were like, oh, you think you're better than us, or da da da. You're like, yeah, I actually am. I've got goals, I've got dreams, I've got ambition. Like, bye, see ya. And then you see these people a few months or few years later, and they're still in the same spot, complaining or robbing Peter, to begging Peter to give to Paul, or whatever the scenario is. Just still not doing anything, still stuck. Whereas you've accomplishing, or you are now in a relationship now, or you're gonna get into a relationship, or things are going good for you, and then you realize, you know what, I made the right choice. Thank God I love myself. Thank God I'm respecting myself to know what I'm deserving of. You are emotionally and spiritually abundant. Yeah, you are so spiritually abundant. You are emotionally abundant. You have so much love to give, and but it's not a thing of like you just spilling your love everywhere. Like, you know who to give your love to, so you always give your love to yourself first, and then you receive that outwardly. Whether you are in a relationship or not, you still believe in, you know, giving yourself love, because you are so hypnotic. People are drawn to you. People are drawn to your energy. People can't get enough of your energy. People can get addicted to your energy as well, and that's why you're quite mindful as to who you have around you. But you are amazing. Part number 2, that is your superpower. You knowing yourself, you knowing that you are of love, you know, and you knowing that you are intelligent, you are beautiful, you treat people the way you want to be treated, and you are deserving of the best that life has to offer, because you quite simply are one of the best. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Peace out. If you'd like a private reading, holla. And also, I didn't even say this to other pals. If you would like to read my blog, I'm doing like a soulmate series, talking about all different soulmates. I'm going to link it in the description box below when I actually do get around to finishing it, which was supposed to be, my deadline was Sunday, you know. We are in Thursday now. Okay, that's another story. But yeah, I will link it below, and I will start linking it in all my under all my videos. So if you want to check out that blog about my take on soulmates, due to personal experiences and also observations and listening to other people's stories and piecing things together, please check that out, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace out.